We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects to God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take our fathers in former times went in multitudes unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respects unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing all my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget not teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weep for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more, repent. Y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha! Now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65 verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66 verse 3, no swine. Okay. You gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Sage our boys here, chillin', drippin' spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. ASAP, man. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Okay, Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Zion. All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
Hallelujah.
Hope everybody had a good and blessed Shabbat.
Lord knows I slept.
Here, let me get my...
I got my sleep on, y'all. We've been having some early mornings and late nights, and a sister needed that rest.
Yeah.
I slept so much he missed his hair appointment. He didn't even get his hair braided because I was asleep.
You had no time to do my hair.
Oh, okay. Well, all praise to the Most High for surviving Babylon. Another week of survival in the valley of death.
Right.
I'm getting so much feedback from your headset. Yeah. You know I can't hear myself and talk.
All right, I'll take them off. I can't really do it neither. That's why I have them on top of my hair.
I can't get right. Where do we want to start?
I just need to put this in so I can...
Oh, yeah, okay. We pray that you guys had a blessed Shabbat, that you was able to rest from our labors in Babylon, being able to be set apart. What a blessing. I had some family who tried to get me to go out, but you know, ain't no way in heck. It take time sometimes in your walk, but you get to the point where you like, Saturday, I'm shutting her down. Ain't nothing going on. I ain't going nowhere. Nobody trying to invite me to nothing. We had death in the family. My dad's old.
Hey, Lindsay was right on point too. He said, oh man, hold on, let me get this. I got this.
Shalom, Brother Linzel.
Yeah, shalom,
Brother Araya.
Linzel.
Shalom. It's a pleasure to get to kick it with y'all every week.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Brother Linzel said, hope he got his mane out. Hey, I just said the same thing. I said I'm looking like a lion right now.
Mm-hmm. It won't be.
Shalom, Linzel. Shalom, Brother Araya.
He gonna make me
see you up in the
up.
business, up in the building. Salute, brother. Okay, yeah. Again, too. I just want to send a shout out to Brother Linzel, man. I know you're going through some you know, some hurt right now, man, and I'm just praying for you, dog. You know, so just be strong, man. You know what I'm saying, man. Again, man, if you need anything, man, let me know. Holla at your boy, man. With that being said, man, it's shout out to Brother Huey. He just popped up.
Shalom, Brother
Shalom,
Huey.
Brother Huey. Up in the building.
Oh, but before you start the show, I wanted to finish saying what happened this week.
Go ahead.
Prayers to Brother Linzel and his family. My brother died. One of his older brothers died. That's 4 family members in 3 years.
Yeah, she had to go to a funeral.
My dad done lost 4 siblings, so I went to the funeral. It was a Muslim.
Was that Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
It was a Muslim funeral service. Very different. Very different. And just being amongst non-believing family members, that was rough. It was rough on me because I was by myself. He went to work, so it was just me. And it was tough being amongst them. So tough, I skipped the cemetery and just went home because I just couldn't do it. You know, people just saying all kind of crazy stuff to you. So again, I'm so grateful. I couldn't wait till the Shabbat. I was tired. This was a rough week for me.
Yeah, it was a rough week for me too, working. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I needed that. I slept all day today. I ain't even gonna lie. I slept all day today.
Me too.
But I ain't gonna say all day. I guess I got up late.
Yeah, we slept.
I went to sleep early.
Yeah, all praises. We backed up because these little bad kids of yours, we so backed up on sleep. It was a point in time, man. You know, when there's little kids around, you can't even sleep. We were so sleep deprived. Praise the Most High that we had a point in our lives where we can sleep and take a naps. Even if our kids ain't sleepy, we can sleep.
Right.
Because I require a lot of sleep, but we can go on and get into the show.
Yeah, I know y'all heard about this
long-faced Edomite. Didn't that Edomite have a long face?
He had long. He looked weird as hell,
When I was telling my cousin about it, when it first went down, I'm like, ooh, that's a long-faced Edomite right there.
Yeah, Brother Rye, he sent us some information on it.
I saw that.
on the Edomite, you know, the school shooting or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we surprised, you know, because when somebody shooting at a school, we know it's the pink booties. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying?
Day.
It's like, you know,
this color.
Yeah, you know, they try to throw that in as far as when some black person, you know, then they don't shoot up the school. You know, they get who they looking for or whatever, that bully or, you know what I'm saying, somebody who been fucking with them. You know, they don't just shoot innocent people or whatever.
Yeah.
But this goddamn...
In Minneapolis.
This goddamn transformer.
You got to drop.
No,
I'll be your soundboard for you.
This goddamn transformer, he you know,
Decepticon.
right? And then I looked at, I just looked right when we was doing the live or whatever. I had looked at, I was looking at my Facebook as the music was playing, right?
Yeah.
And I had screenshotted this. I screenshotted this.
Somebody
this
put
post.
together a list for you.
Yeah, somebody put together a list. And it says there seems to be a pattern. And it says Evolved shooter, I guess that's a city or something, trans. Denver shooter, trans. Georgia shooter, trans. Nashville shooter, trans. Colorado shooter, trans. Aberdeen shooter, trans. Minnesota shooter, trans. Iowa shooter, gender fluid, whatever the hell that means. We were trying to figure that out. And Philadelphia shooter, trans. But it's like, you know, it's a
pattern.
It's a pattern, right?
These confused Edomites that's battling within their spirit, giving in.
It got these demons on them. You know what I'm saying? People who, you know, transferred to, you know, want to say they the other sex or whatever, you know, be in confusion. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's something wrong. They got demons on their ass.
I'm just thinking about that video you played today.
Your peeps?
Y'all ever seen somebody try to preach or give a motivational speech and put God name all in it, meanwhile they moist as ever?
No, they don't just put God name in it. They put God, they talk to God every morning. They get up every morning talking to God, and you know what I'm saying, and all that bull crap. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with these people, man?
Maybe when somebody say, especially Christians say, like they talk to God, maybe that's their way of really saying they had prayer. Like they prayed to God. But I don't know. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying.
Well, she was saying that God know her name and called her name and all that shit. And I'm like, what?
Well, Jeremiah said he knew us before he formed us in the belly. He knew us. So
the Most High knows some. He dealing with that, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. He don't
right.
even hear.
No, you okay? I know the scripture.
Yeah.
You're right. I guess it's just kind of like very hypocritical, especially when you know the person. Like that one family member you got who be begging on Facebook, but he a preacher, but he be begging. I'm gonna stop.
Man, if y'all just knew the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, some of our family members on, man, y'all be like, God damn, y'all way out the way. You know what I'm saying? And these people don't deal with us neither.
I mean, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to say nothing inappropriate.
No.
How are you on a social media platform telling people about your relationship with God, how they need to get up early and seek the Lord, which is technically scripture. If you seek him early, you'll find him. But you carpet munching on the side. I don't get, like, how you trying to pull the wool over somebody else's eloquent speech. Y'all know how they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, girl, if you don't shut up.
Right. Let me see, it says what? White. What is that? White.
You can't read it.
Went on Fox and said there is a pattern of white males of shooting.
Oh, a white representative.
Oh, for real?
A white Republican.
They admitting it now, right? They putting it in the forefront now, right?
I mean, hey, they always doing their statistics.
But it's the truth. I mean,
it
shit.
Is.
I don't have no statistic
data
or whatever and shit, and you know what I'm saying? I can make my own data.
Common sense.
Right.
Every time, what we say, every time something gets shot if they say the name or release the picture off rip, it was us.
It was us, yeah.
But if they hold
off a day or two, you know what I'm saying? If they hold off 12 hours and they don't show nobody, it was Esau. 12 and anything longer than that, it was Esau. Y'all know it, man. They don't want to put them pictures up like that so quick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this dude, man, it's like, come on, man. And then the way they let these people have these guns. You know what I'm saying? But want to keep them away from, you know, ex-felons or whatnot that done been to prison. And they probably ain't even did nothing, you know, like for 30 years or something. They ain't been in trouble for 30 years or whatever, but they still can't get they you know, rights to carry a gun and protect their family and all that shit. But you got goddamn people like this, you know what I'm saying? And they going to, you know, because if that felon was so much dangerous to society, whatever, where he couldn't get a gun, he don't need to be out in the society. He dangerous as hell. You know what I'm saying? A fella can get a gun anywhere. It's just if he get caught, then they gonna be trying to get him all goddamn day. But I mean, if he gonna do something, he can do it.
I think it's part of how Babylon is gonna self-destruct.
Well, it's already self-destructing. This place is going to hell in the handbasket, man. It's like, you know, I wanted to put up Lenzel, he said, the God of this world. Right. That's who she talking to. That's who she talking to, the God of this world. That's who she's praising and praying to and all that stuff. You right, man. The God of this world, because it ain't Yahweh. It's not him. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? They think they know the Most High so much. Like they got a personal relationship with him and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to get technical, the Most High don't even deal with women, you know what I'm saying, on a straight-to-straight basis. They got to go through the man.
That's a good point, too. I just think that they get caught up in trying to, like, prove people wrong. God is okay with me with my lifestyle, and then if they got a couple dollars, oh, God blessed me, so he must be with me. He talked to me because look how I'm living, look what I got.
And it's the God of this world, just like Brother Linzel said. It's the God of this world giving you that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But Brother Arad said, according to the FBI, white males make up 29% of the population, but commit 71% of child sex crimes. I believe it.
It's a channel y'all gotta check out. Matter of fact, I don't know. I think y'all remember a few weeks ago we had put up a post from this channel. It was about the man who was graping the horse. And remember, we all kind of got a laugh because they had the horse face covered or whatever. His channel is dedicated to exposing the atrocities of the Edomites, the stuff that don't get national coverage, maybe only just be local. And when I tell you the stuff that these Edomites are doing that don't get a lot of media airplay because, you know, that's their stuff, I believe that statistic you posted wholeheartedly, because let me confirm the name of the channel, but y'all got to check out this channel. He posts a lot of news articles that you'll never hear about, and it's all Edomites. Sometimes it's police, Christians, or regular everyday Edomite stuff they doing to kids. It's wild.
All right, well, while she get that, we're gonna go on here and look at the video of this dude, this transgender or whatever, this confused demon. We're gonna look at him and then we'll be right back with it.
We now know what this monster looks like, who took the lives of 2 children and injured 17 others at a great school in Minneapolis. This suspect was identified as Robin Westman, a trans man who before doing this released multiple videos on social media. They showed his weapons and ammunition laid across his room with messages written on every single one. Some of them said things like, "Where is your God?" And others said things like this also had a YouTube channel named Robin W., which has since been deleted, and that contained several videos of his guns, a manifesto in Russian and English, as well as a map of the Annunciation Church. In his alleged manifesto, he talks about being depressed, being sick, and thanking his friends and family for being there for him and saying, "I want to go out on my own," and in the end, he even says, "Pray for the victims and their families. Rest in peace to those poor children who lost their lives, and prayers to everyone affected by this." And as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
And this also another reason why I wanted to share this video and this topic or whatnot, because of the schools. Our people sending our kids to their schools. You know what I'm saying? It's like you never know when one of these demons will, harm one of our kids. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling.
That's true.
Thank the Most High that we don't have our kids in school. It's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not just what they're getting taught, or being worried about somebody doing something, somebody shooting some shit up, one of these demons shooting some shit up. But also, you got to worry about the kids and what these other kids is feeding to your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't there to, filter out the bullshit that your kids gonna come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? So, if anybody watching this video and they got kids, it's best that you homeschool your kids. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary and shit. The shit that they teach them anyway is way off. And they trying to control what they can teach you and what they can teach your kids, like, slavery and history. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not even worth you putting your kids up, because they already indoctrinated us. And look how they got us all screwed up, But that's another reason why I wanted to, like shine a light on this school shit. Because our kids in their schools, and ain't no telling what weirdo they got around,
Well, when the shooting first went down, I was on the plantation, and I was asked that as soon as, because they blasted it, So we was all watching it, and I was asked that question: is this one of the reasons why you homeschool your kids? This is the Edomite, and I was like, that's one of them. It's a plethora of other reasons, but this is one of them, because it's crazy. We had moved to another city, and our oldest son was about to go to middle school, so he was switching schools. And when I was going through the paperwork trying to register him, something was going on at the time, and we were finding out about lockdown. Basically, we started learning about lockdowns in school, and I remember him being like, if something happened in a school, why can't the parents who own record, they probably got a copy of your ID, your number, why can't parents get their child? Why is the protocol to lock everybody in?
Because I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy, man.
We know you will.
I'm diving through one of the windows or something. I'm going to get my son, man.
We know you'll go crazy. We know that's the first response. So anyway, that started us opening our eyes, and some curriculum stuff. Our son was bringing home packets, cloning, and I'm like, why do he need to know about cloning? We've talked about the Pride Day. So we kind of did trial and error with our oldest son with the school system. And we was just like, we can't do that lockdown. Something happened and I can't get my kid. We don't feel like that's fair. You powerless.
Right. Exactly.
If they do lockdown like what happened in Minneapolis, they had it taped off. You couldn't, they have to do their thing. The innocent people are treated like criminals, because you got to put your hands on your head, or you got to do all like this, and it's like, so that was the beginning of it for us. But y'all, it's a lot of alternatives to homeschool. As I've been doing it for years, I've learned you don't have to do it all yourself. You can have help, so it's a lot that go into it. But And then the other biggest component, like he said, the demons that's on them other kids and the demons that's in them kids' households. Sometimes I think about the things that I learned from other kids while I was in traditional school. You know, for example, your parents may not cuss. Okay, I don't cuss at my kids. My parents didn't, so I just don't. But my kids go to school, they probably around other little kids who cuss. Y'all know how it was. You ain't cuss at home, but as soon as you got away from your parents, we was all cussing.
Hell yeah.
Myself included. So it's just things like that. Or food, you know. One thing I've noticed with ignorant adults, not even so much kids, but adults who like to put it on blast about my kids not eating pork. I've noticed that with adults. So this is family. Like, it's such a big deal if your kid don't eat what everybody else eat.
But that's the same thing as far as, you know what I'm saying, what we teach our children and whatnot, as far as, you know, the homosexuality lifestyle or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They get offended because my son, you know what I'm saying, I teach my son, like, no, you know, that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? He might have a family member or whatever that's into that lifestyle, and you know, sometimes my son, he'll just be going off and, like, you know, talking about him or whatever, and then, you know, that child got to be like, you know, well, why you got to, what you got against them, or you homophobia and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, where the hell did homophobia come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, you know, you putting words on people that's against this type of activity or whatnot, but they right. You know what I'm saying? It's like they point the finger at us because we don't like that lifestyle, and we the bad guy now because we don't like that lifestyle, and we hate these people or whatever. Because I seen a video where a man was talking about this situation with this shooter, and he was talking about, you know, he's seen how people been coming at the trans community or whatever, saying, see, it's the trans people or whatever, you know, and we're not going to start this hate against trans people and all that. But it's not about hate. It's about what's right. You know what I'm saying? It's about morals. You having a moral compass. We have some type of morals, you know what I'm saying, that we go by as far as with the Most High. He said it's not right. It's not right. That's what we believe. And ain't nobody gonna try to get me or have my children try to, you know, change their mind or whatever to where they feel like, where it's like, y'all got to accept this. Or y'all some hateful people. Or y'all bad people. And I'm like, no, man. No.
It reminds me of Sodom and Gomorrah. I was watching a documentary on that recently, and it was like,
good example.
Lot wasn't down with what was going on. Everybody else got corrupted, and everybody else in the town was on some freakery stuff, except Lot. So Lot was the bad guy because he wouldn't allow the men of the town to strong arm the angels for relations. So it just kind of reminded me of that. Like, you will have people who, like, you could be low key. You know, y'all know how it is. We've been bruised for a minute. We more chill in our walk. We don't kick in the door like, you shouldn't eat pork. You shouldn't do this or that. We
But
tell
if they
people,
asked us, we gonna let you know.
I'm
not finna lie to you or try to, you know, beat around the bush or nothing like that. You opened your mouth and asked me, so I'm gonna give it to you. If you don't like me in the end, then oh well. It's a whole lot of people don't like me because of my beliefs. Join the club or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. It's a difference when somebody asks you versus people like having that spirit on them to try to like nitpick with you or mess with you, like, oh yeah, your kid don't eat this. Or a family member being like, I'm about to order this pizza. You need to just pick the pepperoni off. It ain't gonna kill you.
Right.
And then my kid calling me like, Mom, come save me.
Right.
Come rescue me out this situation because I don't want to eat the pizza with picking the pepperoni off. That ain't good enough for me. So you just have instances where your kid will make a stance, and then you got adults who's bothered by your kid's stance, but not that we super bruised trying to come like slap the pork out your hand.
Right.
It's just people get so bothered by your walk, even a child's walk. So I'm just grateful to be able to have our kids a little more close by so we can protect them more. I mean, I know we can't protect them from everything. We ain't on that either.
Exactly.
But we just want to like be able to, well, like who was that? Malcolm X said, how you going to trust your oppressors to teach your kids?
Exactly, right.
In a nutshell.
Exactly.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, we're not going to go put our kids in their hands. We did it with our oldest son because we was ignorant. We got in the truth halfway through his school education.
Right. Exactly.
So with our other ones, we was like, we ain't finna do that. And just look at the outcome. Look what go on in these schools. All kind of wickedness, freakery. And then they ain't even learning the word of God. And God say the knowledge of this world is foolishness.
Foolishness, exactly.
So
right.
what's the real benefit? To teach them how to be a prisoner? Because y'all seen the documentaries how they parallel the school to prison pipeline.
Exactly. Our next topic is about the orange man, Trump. Now, I've been watching a lot of videos on TikTok. I've been seeing stuff on Facebook. You know, I'm not saying that something happened to him, but it's a lot of speculation that something's wrong with him or that they haven't been seeing him. So let's look at some videos and then we'll get back to y'all after y'all hear these what these people got to say. We'll be right back.
I have more proof that Donald Trump is dying. Remember Tuesday, there was a cabinet meeting. Each one of the cabinet members had overwhelming praise for Donald Trump. Even some on the right said that the meeting seemed a little Kim Jong-un-ish. Well, I think I know why. The cabinet was informed on Tuesday that Donald Trump is dying. That's what I think. Go look at the meeting again on Tuesday. Go watch some of those YouTube videos. Take a look at their faces. Decide for yourself.
Let's look at another one.
All right, we have some major breaking news. Twitter is blowing up after a group of Washington reporters realized that Donald Trump has not been seen by anybody since Tuesday, and there are no publicly planned events for the next few days as well. This is highly unique for the president who is addicted to cameras. Instead, we've seen Stephen Miller, Caroline Leavitt, J.D. Vance making Fox News appearances, but again, no Donald Trump. I do want to remind you that for the past few weeks, there's been a lot of makeup on Trump's left hand and over his arm due to the purple spots that he has. Now, that in and of itself isn't that irregular. I have family members who have the same thing, but that combined with Trump's health and what Trump says, it then becomes pretty weird. This reads, whispers are traveling through the Washington press pool that Donald Trump has not been seen since Tuesday and has zero publicly planned events through the weekend. This clip that I'm about to play is apparently one of the last times Trump was seen by the press. And I'll play this clip in just one moment, but Laura Rosen is the one who essentially broke this online. Her original post is up to 19.4 million views. It's a good time to point out that while Trump is just gone, not in front of any of the cameras, none of the problems he claimed to solve, that he would solve, have been solved. The war in Ukraine is not only raging on, but Russia is taking advantage of Trump's weakness to kill dozens of people every single day. Israel and Palestine still fighting. There's no end to the war. Tariffs just got struck down by a court, but they're also causing inflation. I'm not even joking. Due to the tariffs' insane size, they're causing inflation, but they're also just illegal. So there's no point to them. We'll cover all of this, but Laura Rosen broke this by saying, Trump has no public events scheduled all weekend. Don't believe he was seen today either. And then someone points out, or yesterday, and she says, a White House pool reporter says the pool did not see the president today. Quote, we have a travel/photo lid as of 5:17 p.m. The pool did not physically see the president today. This brings me on to the clip.
Agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it in this country, but we have it. It is. We have no choice So in D.C. and Washington, states are going to have to make their own decision. But if somebody kills somebody, like you could have been killed, very lucky you didn't get killed, it's the death penalty.
Really sharp and energetic president. You can see the bruising on his hand right there, which isn't indicative of much until you couple it with his behavior. I mean, watch historian Heather Cox Richardson explaining the cognitive decline patterns in a brilliant way. By the way, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed. It means the world.
Administration had Trump sign an executive order in which he claimed that that he would insist that anybody who was caught burning a flag would get automatic.
Okay, I heard about that. As far as somebody getting caught burning the flag, they're gonna get automatic. I think was it 2 years or something like that.
That's what you told me.
Yeah. Okay, it was 2 years. But this thing with Trump, you know, a lot of people saying that something wrong with him, something going on with him. Y'all got to remember, this man is he about to be 80 years old. 80 years old, I think next year, or he might be turning 80 years old this year, but he about to be 80 years old. You know, that's an age where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people have problems, you know. A lot of people don't make it to 80. But as I said, you know, as far as like, you know, the Simpsons and all that stuff.
He's 79.
The Simpsons and them predicting things and a lot of things came true with the Simpsons, you know. And then all this talk around him, something wrong with him and all that stuff, man. It's like, is something about to pop off? You know what I'm saying? Something about to go down?
I think so. You know, they get real nervous if they can't see the president and know what's going on with him. And it's unusual to not see the president or like know his schedule and what's going on.
Right.
So definitely it could be something going on. But you know how American media is. They ain't about to tell you until the last minute. They don't believe in that chaos and panicking. They don't want people to be weary. They want you to think they got everything in control. So ain't no telling.
Exactly.
But I know we waiting on that. They got everything.
Yeah.
We waiting to see if that prophecy from the Simpsons is gonna come to pass.
Right. Yeah.
We waiting. That's, you know, the scriptures say how you know a false prophet. So let's see.
Exactly. But let's look at one more video on that one. On Trump. And then we'll be right back.
In the past few hours, speculation has spread suggesting that something extremely serious may have happened to President Donald Trump. It all began when the president's official schedule was suddenly suspended. Without any convincing explanation, sparking doubts about his true state of health, Trump, who was recently diagnosed with a delicate vascular condition, had already shown signs of fragility in public appearances. Now the situation has grown even more mysterious. All official commitments have been canceled, and the White House website has stopped displaying future events, fueling suspicions that key information may be hidden from the public. So far, no medical updates or official statements have been released. This absolute silence, instead of calming concerns, has only intensified a wave of speculation across social media, where millions are asking what might really be happening behind the scenes of power. The unavoidable question now echoes everywhere. Is Donald Trump still fully in command, or is the nation facing an unprecedented crisis being kept in the shadows?
He look crazy right there.
This reminds me of when I was a kid, and I remember hearing when Ronald Reagan was president, and I remember hearing my mom and them say he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you know, some stuff you just remember that stick out. And I remember being like, how could the president have Alzheimer's? And my mom and them was like, he ain't just get it. He had it while he was in office. And I just had that memory. And this reminds me of that. The president will be sick or have stuff going on, and they will not tell the public.
No, hell no, they ain't gonna tell them. We gonna be the last one that know.
Exactly.
You know? But as far as, you know, other things that's going on, they mentioned about the tariffs. You know, We was in the store the other day, and it looked like the prices went up. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, man. This box of cereal was like $3, but now it's like $3.90. I'm like, hold on, man, something going on and shit. It was the prices was high.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
But the economy is screwed. Everybody's talking about that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's talking about the dollar, the different countries that's selling their bonds. It's just a lot, that's going on with this economy, and it's it's getting bad.
I know we was talking to our oldest son, and he was telling us a 1 bed, 1 bath apartment, 1,200.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And our first apartment, 1 bed, 1 bath, was $500.
Yeah.
So
That was 20 years ago though. So
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And in a different city. But I just thought that was crazy. I'm like, $1,200 a month? Boy, you better move back home.
Yeah.
But whatever. So yeah, the prices for things is getting crazy. But yeah, we was trying to do some like last minute Sabbath prep, and we was looking at them prices yesterday. Like,
Damn, Lindsay said $3.90. He said here's almost $6 for a box of cereal.
Ooh.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
See, I don't know. I don't eat cereal, so I'm not exactly sure how much it should be. But $6 sound like that's way too much for some cereal.
Hell yeah, that's too much. God damn.
Y'all better start eating off-brand.
Shit, off-brand be right there with them. About 10 or 20 cents away from that.
You don't eat no off-brand. How you know?
No, I don't eat off-brand though. But come on now.
They ain't touching no off-brand cereal.
But I got a video on somebody talking about the dollar and the economy and stuff, and how these other countries is going away from the dollar. And we've been talking about that for a while. You know what I'm saying? As far as this dollar crisis, because we know it got to happen. That's another way that Babylon is falling. This country gonna fall. This country time is up.
Remember, somebody put that bug in our ear a long time ago.
Right, yeah.
About other currencies.
Not only do the scriptures tell us, but history tell us too.
Yes.
About 250 years in that empire, they got to get their ass on.
And I know it don't make no sense, but I just don't get how Christians be so hurt that when you talk about this, because they know the scriptures about the Daniel statue, but it seems like it's a disconnect between that prophecy and actually living in America.
Well, they don't know. They don't have eyes to see that America is Babylon. They don't believe America is Babylon. They don't know where America is in the scriptures or whatnot. So they can't,
Okay.
they can't gauge anything. Yeah, you know how the Christians is. But let's look at this video and we'll be right back.
The dollar's collapse may be closer than anyone expected. Jerome Powell just signaled that the Federal Reserve could cut interest rates as early as September, and that single move may shatter what little credibility the U.S. dollar has left. The Fed is stuck. Keep rates high and crush the economy, or cut them and destroy the dollar. Global confidence is already collapsing. Foreign central banks dumped $48 billion in U.S. treasuries in a single month. Meanwhile, America's annual interest payments have exploded past $1.2 trillion and could reach $1.4 trillion by 2026. Who's winning? Gold and industrial stocks, now surging as investors flee cash. Gold alone has jumped from $2,600 to $3,400, a massive 30% rise. And China is leading the charge, doubling its gold reserves while rapidly dumping U.S. bonds. This isn't just an economic adjustment, it's a global power shift. The real question is, will the dollar survive it? Stay tuned for more breaking updates.
And it's right there, you know what I'm saying? As far as, a global, what did he say? A global transfer?
Reset?
No, not a reset. He was basically like, a global power change. That's what he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going. They setting it up.
The Most High gave them a certain time,
Right.
and we can all see the writing on the wall. Is it mini tickle tickle?
Exactly.
It's
right.
over for you.
Right. The writing is on the wall. You know, and a lot of people is just, man, they
getting ready for holiday season.
exactly. They don't want to see. They hiding their face from it. You know what I'm saying? They going on about their natural life. You know, we still got to live, but we know, we can see. You know, Christ said that you can discern this and you can discern that. You can tell this, but y'all can't tell when it's the end of the world or whatnot. When it's the end of this system. You know.
Scripture comes to mind: "Love not the world,
Right.
nor the things of the world."
Exactly, because it can be in a you know, blink of an eye where shit can change for everybody. You know
the
what I'm
Lord
saying?
giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Exactly, right. So, you know, it's just crazy how things is going on in this world right now, and you know, people, they're not paying attention, and the ones who see it, it's like they don't want to see it. But you can't pray this away. You can't.
I was reading an article, I told you about it, about Neuralink.
Neuralink.
Yep. And they were basically coming forward with some of the participants that they implanted with them brain chips.
Right.
I was telling you about this. It was a crazy article. I was telling him and my cousin about it. And my cousin actually was very intrigued, wanted me to send it to her. And she knows some stuff, but she ain't quite a repentant Hebrew Israelite. And she was like, you know, what's your opinion of it? And I was like, it's giving beast technology. And she was like, yeah, that was what I was thinking too. And basically, you got an Edomite who was in a swimming accident and messed up his vertebrae. So he paralyzed from like the shoulders down. And he had the surgery and let them implant that chip in him. And with the chip, I don't know exactly how it worked, but his thoughts, you know, the chip picks it up and the computer translates it, and he's able to, you know, like the computer will move. He even mentioned playing his video games based on that chip being implanted. And then the article went on to say that they were going to next start doing it in blind people. And I'm like, you know, I'm not heartless. You know, I've been a healthcare worker for 20 years. So I've taken care of people in all kind of health conditions. And so I'm not heartless. But I do understand the Most High does what he does. And judgment gets executed on people. So for mankind to go in and try to play God to say, I'm going to give you sight through some kind of chip implanted in you that's reading your brain waves, it's, you know, it's just seemed demonic to me.
It is. And I don't know if y'all been seeing where they talking about putting chips in inmates. You know, where these chips, I guess, like reform them. What was that word?
Oh, heck no.
They reform them like with hours. You know, like they put a chip in them, and they go through a whole lot of things. Like they go through the prison and all that.
Reprogram you?
Yeah, they go through the prison and all that. Like they've been locked up for 20 years, and what is that word? Reformed or where the prisoners they do their time, and it's like, oh, I know better now, and I'm not finna go out here and be on a bullshit and try to get locked up again.
Ain't it reformed?
I guess it is reformed. But in a couple of hours, they can be reformed. You know, they feeling remorseful about the if it's any victims and all that stuff. And it's just like, man, no. This is some beast technology stuff right here. You know, putting a chip in you and you doing all this. I mean, man, come on, man. It's like, man, people better stop, you know, doing stupid things anyway, because Trump, he just passed this law or whatever where you can't you can't bond yourself out of something like that. Yeah, like you're gonna have to stay in jail until your case come up or whatever. And then it's like it's so many cases that's bagged up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no telling how long you gonna be in there waiting on your trial or whatever. You know, so it's like, you know, people better stop and think about when they do something out here, man, that can get your ass locked up. Cause he's the way Trump and he's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This system is right now, it's like they want to lock your ass up or send your ass over to another country and you know what I'm saying, deport you.
Yeah, they definitely want to imprison people.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Good looking out, Brother Linzel. Rehabilitate.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Rehabilitate. Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. It goes into reform, you know what I'm saying? But that's the word I was looking for. Rehabilitate.
Yeah, in the article, the Edomite was bragging, calling himself a cyborg, saying he wasn't human. You know, he really embraced the man merged with machine. And my mind was blown reading that article. I was like, this is crazy that we live in a day and time. And don't get me wrong, I understand how difficult paralysis is because I have patients I work with for years that's like that. I get that you want that ability back, but we all know what happened when man tried to play God.
Yep.
From history.
Exactly.
You know, it don't end well. What's the scripture? You don't want to fall. Wait, which one? Hold on. To fall in the hands of a living God. Maybe I better look it up. I'm not sure which scripture I'm thinking.
Take this one.
I think I'm merging two scriptures together in my head.
I know I can get some time with that. But man, it's just like, you know, and I don't never want to see prison or jail again ever in my life, man, because it's like, you know, you under their power. It's bad enough that we under their power right now. You know, as far as us being free, which I don't believe that we're free.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just to be right up under their nose, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never want to experience that ever again, man. It was one time for me, and that's the only time, you know. Unless somebody, you know, try to do something to me or harm my family, and I'm just going all out, then I'm just going all out on that one. It got to be for a reason. It ain't finna be for no stupidity or some damn gang or, you know what I'm saying? The crazy shit these dudes out here doing. Just throwing away their life, man. It's like, come on, man. You got to think. But did you find it?
Yeah, Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living God. And I just thought about that scripture when it comes to, because it reminded me of the Tower of Babel, like men getting beyond themselves and trying to be more like God as far as with the,
Lindsay was on it. Lindsay, I wasn't looking on my phone before she got it. So, yeah, but Lindsay, he was on it.
Thank you, Lindsay. That's exactly the one.
Lindsay was on it.
But yeah, these Edomites are really puffed up and arrogant, thinking that they want to play mad scientists and they want to. I don't believe that the end game is to help paralyze people. That's why I said I think it's beast technology. That's not the end game. I think that the end game is something way more sinister than to just help paralyze people. So that's why because someone told me about this type of stuff maybe like over 10 years ago, and I was scared back then. And so I just know that this technology is not of the Most High. This is these Edomites and they scientists trying to play God. And it's sinister because just think in all the other ancient societies going back, you can go back to the Samaritans, the Assyrians, the Egyptians, all those societies. Even if it is folktale, like even if it ain't legit real, the stuff that they was doing was wicked.
Right, exactly. And to go back on the conversation about the Transformer, a lot of them people don't believe in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I guess one of his posts on social media, he said, like, you know, where is your God? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them don't believe in the Most High. You know, but they don't know that the Most High is controlling their spirit and got a demon on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Without you even realizing that.
Just like
So-
Saul.
Exactly right. You know, that's and I try to, you know, like, well, I pray and I thank the Most High that, you know what I'm saying, that he gave me the spirit that he gave me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't take on how I believe or you know, me wanting to keep the commandments. I can't take credit for that. The Most High put a spirit on me, you know what I'm saying, for me to be like this. The Most High put a spirit on me for me to get on this platform, you know what I'm saying, every weekend and, you know, gather up information and get videos and stuff like that and scriptures and things like that. The Most High, he does all that. You know what I'm saying? Who can resist the will of the Most High? Who can? If somebody can, y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he send them spirits to, you know, go into these transformers and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Just like that spirit, he allowing that spirit to be on them scientists with these chips and them robots. They probably gonna turn around and turn on them and get to unaliving them.
The scientists that built the missiles. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, who he the one who do all
Put
that
the
stuff.
spirit on.
Exactly right. So, you know, it's like, man,
No matter what they do, the Most High gonna have them fall on their own
control.
sword.
Exactly. He's in control of everything. and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's
I believe that.
It's like a movie, and he's the director, and you got to do what he say. You know, ain't no resisting it.
Like, it remind me, what's that battle? Or maybe it was with the Philistines where the Most High sent down confusion and they start fighting each other.
Right. Yeah. them was spirits. You know what I'm saying? It's like he the king of spirits. You know, he control all the spirits and I mean, it's like once you start reading and you know what I'm saying, believing and you know, you looking at the examples in the Bible and stuff like that, then you will know. You know, it all comes together though. You know what I'm saying? But
All things work together for our good.
exactly right, But anything else you wanted to chime in on us
No,
about that?
that
time?
was it. Oh, the last thing from the current events was, I think Chicago, Illinois. They talking about that the, I think the Democrats or some type of political leadership there is resisting the Trump National Guard. They don't want.
I heard about that.
Some
I
of the
heard
cities
about that.
don't
They don't
want-
want them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some protested in different cities or whatever.
Yep.
And they don't want the National Guard on, so that goes in with insurrection, or what is it in the Bible? I think it's in Second Ezra.
Sedition.
Sedition, exactly right.
Nation against nation.
Nation going up against the government and all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
a house divided.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the topic about Venezuela and the warships
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
I didn't
that.
get to dig no deeper in that, but I
Well,
know America.
Yeah, they going back and forth. They talking about, you know what I'm saying, going to war with the Venezuelans. You know, it's
What? Didn't
Yeah.
they country already hit rock bottom? Weren't they? the
yeah,
ones throwing the
but
money in the
yeah,
streets?
but they, you know what I'm saying, but they getting help from Russia and China and all. You know what I'm
Well, there
saying?
it
It's
is.
like, you know,
There it is.
they didn't already pick sides. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And-
yeah, and that's gonna help Russia and them get closer
yeah,
and set their base.
yeah, because
Everybody link it up.
when I first heard about Russia and Venezuela, you know what I'm saying, hooking up or whatever, I was like, that's how they gonna get over here.
Yeah, you
Because
did.
that's the
used to
back
say
door.
that.
I'm like,
You
that's
did
out
used to
because
say that.
you know I used to go back and forth with somebody that I work with, and he was like, you know, America, you know, they can't make missiles that far and this and that, and they can never get close to America and all that stuff. And then lo and behold, Venezuela and Russia, they best buddies. Oh, okay, you can backdoor 'em. Go right in their backyard, huh? Because that's what South America is, right? Right in the American backyard, right there.
Oh yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They can be touched. And the scriptures say they can be touched, regardless of what your ass say, your pink booty ass say.
In 1 hour.
Right, exactly. So, you know,
We will see.
yeah, we will see. But we hope y'all, you know, have the rest of y'all Shabbat. I think, well,
Everybody should be pretty much.
yeah, everybody Shabbat should be
Should
pretty
be
much
over.
But we appreciate y'all stopping through. Shout out to Brother Linzel for being here. Brother Araya for being here. Brother Huey, we appreciate y'all. Anybody else who was watching that didn't comment, we appreciate y'all being here. To the replay gang, Shalom, we appreciate y'all watching and whatnot. Shout out to the new subscribers. Welcome to the old family. And with that being said, we're going to say Shalom. Everybody, hold on, wait a minute, I forgot. Y'all keep the commandments. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Stay vigilant. And you know what I'm saying? If y'all got anything, any information or whatever, y'all already know. Hit me up on the email, or, you know, Brother Lindsay, he hit me up on Facebook or whatever. So, you know, y'all let us know or whatever. But with that being said, we're going to go and get up out of here. Shalom. Until next week, most high willing, we up out of here.
Shalom, Zion.
Shalom, y'all.